this segment, we will be replacing brake cable and housing. What happens is, inside the cable housing is corrosion over time will build up, especially in Colorado's inclement weather in the winter. It'll eventually happen to where it's so bad you can no longer just lubricate it with Tri-Flow. You will actually need to replace the cable and housing. Luckily, that is a cheap and fairly simple repair to do. First, take your 5mm, just undo the brake cable from the brake, undo the boot and noodle. Now that is freed up, disconnect here. Now, your brake cable and housing is freed up. So this end is what attaches to the brake lever, and this end is what attaches to the brake. So, we need to cut new housing. Take off the boot noodle, as we will probably reuse these. Take off the housing, take off the rubber guard, take off the other piece of housing, discard of the old cable. Now we need to measure using our new box of housing. Take our cable cutter and cut rapidly and quickly. Now for the second piece of housing, you want to follow the same step to cut it to size. We're going to need 4 ferrules. We'll take our pick and make sure that it's opened up so the cable can flow through freely. Nothing is there to snag on the cable. Sometimes there's a little bit of piece of metal like this one. Just gonna snap that off. Same thing with this one. That one is good. Now follow the same step as before and just trim up any of the ends if they look a little bit jagged. Now take our ferrule, using the inside of the cutting tool. Rotate it a few times while crimping down the end. Now your ferrule is on properly there. Go to the other end. There, that one looks good. Once again, repeat the same step and attach the ferrules to your cable housing.
Be sure not to crimp it too tight, otherwise you will have trouble getting your cable through the housing.
Now we're ready to install our new cable and housing. Take your end of your cable, mountain bike brake cable, which is different than road bike cable. You should be able to pull the cable, slide down your barrel adjuster, there's a slot at the bottom when you align the barrel adjuster slot. It allows for easy installation of the cable. So now we're ready to grab our longer cable housing, feed it the wire in until it comes out, pull through. Make sure that it sits in there. Find the mount on your bike. Take your little rubber protector, frame protector. If your bike has one, it's not necessary. Take your smaller piece of housing, feed that on, ensuring that you find the mount here. Take your noodle and feed that through. Feed your boot onto the wire. Now attach the brake mount to the noodle. Now take your three-way, grab the 5mm hex side, pull slack but not all of it because you want the wheel to be able to spin. So now that looks pretty good. At least gives us a place to start. And you just want to tighten down the bolt. Tight but not too tight, otherwise you can break the cable. I like to just give it a nice bend down that direction. Now your brake is as good as new. Now just one last step. We need to take our cable tip ends, grab one of these. This ensures that after cutting the cable, which I like to leave just a little bit of extra, so I'm going to cut it right there. Once again, cut quickly and to make sure you get all the way through. There. This piece we can now discard. And now, that's where the cable end comes into play. And put it on. Take our cutter pliers, whatever you have. And just squeeze the metal to keep the end on. And then bend that end downwards. And you're ready to ride.